I just finished eating. I'm in my classroom. I'm kind of hiding behind a shelf in front of the door. Um, so I made a doctor's appointment for my brother, and I'm hoping that the anxiety medication has been helpful for him. I've seen some signs of improvement in him, like talking to other people, um, and speaking up more, and just in general having more conversation with me. But I'm still worried because I guess I realized most people get nervous. Hi, Magneticus. Most people get nervous going to the doctor in general. So even though I've seen some improvements in him, um, in the day to day kind of world where he is talking more to people, I'm worried that he still might run away at this new appointment. And I really need him to go to these appointments. It's almost like, okay, the last one in October, we're now at the end of November. So the last one I tried to set up for October, I mean, it was the perfect place. But now I feel like where we left it is that I don't know if they'll take him. I don't know based on, they want to see like a physical, right? And in the meantime, I was able to secure more medication for him. So that's the other thing. And they were already kind of like, I don't want to say snippy about it, but they were like, well, how are you getting these like medication, and who's giving it to him, like these shots and stuff? And I was like, listen, it's like there are so many people who don't take medication. I've discovered that it's almost like they're questioning me, like, am I forcing it on my brother? I'm not. He really does want and need to get help. But that final piece of the anxiety, um, in finding the medication and realizing that I had that, picture of it, that was super helpful. Like, you have no idea. Because I'm going back in my mind like a year ago to all the times that he was still able to go and talk to a doctor. And now it's to the point where like, I don't know, like I said, like a few weeks ago. Um, but I'm hoping I scheduled it for next week. Okay. Because, yeah, I'm running out of places to take him. That's the other thing. So I tried to make an appointment for the doctor that he saw last year. They're booked until February that I can go, to be able to go. Okay. Um, yeah, they have openings in January. Yeah, none in December. So the state of healthcare here in the United States has gotten like really bad. And my brother has no idea how hard it is for me to secure him a doctor's appointment for him to kind of, and again, this is me kind of venting. I know he has this overwhelming anxiety that it literally makes him run away, even though he wants to be there. And but at the same time, it's really difficult for me to get an appointment somewhere that might be helpful for him. I mean, I feel like I'm going to reach out to the physician, even though I made the appointment. I kind of did it in his name. I'm going to try to, send a message to that person. Hopefully, they actually read it. Meaning, first of all, I already know that I'm going to probably have to speak for him, my brother, that is, because he confuses some things for other things, like the labeling of things. So he's associating his apartment now to a group home. Okay. But he knows that that's where he lives. So I don't know if that's helping him when the other feelings start taking over or whatever, the psychosis kind of thing. But I'm, I know I'm going to have to speak for him. And, again, with the HIPAA situation, um, they're going to try to not talk to me But like I said, I'm going to probably just go ahead and send him a correspondence. I went digging around in his files because, again, I have the access. He can't, he can barely string two sentences together. Um, and even if he was, at being asked these questions, he doesn't know the answers, and then he'll glitch out. Like he'll just get defensive and weird. It happened yesterday, and I kind of know why. I've been trying to see if he can take his anxiety medication in the daytime because I switched it. I switched it to at night, but then have him have, so he's on allergy medicine and the anxiety medication, which is also allergy medicine. Okay. And with that being said, I have him on Benadryl. Okay, so the lesser version of the pill that I had to get the prescription for is Benadryl. Okay, so I have him on Benadryl and the anxiety medication at the same time, but of course, not in the same dosage. So I switched um, the prescription to nighttime, and that seemed to work out a lot better for the past couple of weeks or so. And so I was thinking, what I as a test, just to see, like, what would it be like if I switched it back to the prescription in the daytime? One of the side effects is confusion. And he gets like any stressor that happens to him, it activates his mental illness. Okay? Any stressor. So if he's like in pain, if he's like like overtly hungry, like any other kind of emotional distress, that triggers the mental illness, the schizoaffective. So I switched it for 2 days, like Sunday and yesterday. And yes, I could tell that there is a difference because he was kind of cranky yesterday. And so with that information, I was like, okay, let me switch it back. So I switched it back for this morning and the rest of the week. And I actually am trying to experiment with the Benadryl. Like right now, he's on extra strength. And so regular Benadryl, I'm going to see if he's going to be even okay with just regular Benadryl in the daytime. Because yeah, even the side effects of medication activates his mental illness, and this is where it gets really tricky, right? And then there's the other issue of trying to find the right kind of doctor that would be able to who help prescribe to continue his prescriptions. It's, it's like it's a lot. Okay. Yeah, apartments are. Yeah, they are. So I'm gonna, yeah, I still have some work I need to do. But there was also the issue of trying to get a psychiatrist. Okay. And again, I don't want to blow the opportunity and then he runs away, right? And then all it's like I have to kind of do all these things all the way over again, like nothing happened. And they don't understand this what I've been through. That's the reason why I do this recordings. Okay, y'all. I'm on what 150 videos into this playlist. It's a lot. So yeah, I'm trying to update his records in the system as best I can. That I'm gonna blow up. MyChart.com is kind of garbagey. I'm just gonna be honest, y'all. So there's nowhere I can update his medical records. On some parts, I can say these are the medications I'm taking. It doesn't mean that that doctor prescribed it per se, but it's like these are the medications he is taking. And I can't email the other doctor. I used to be able to do that. That's what I was looking at. So I don't know what's going on with at least the hospital or the doctor that last year we were kind of seeing once, twice. We saw her twice. I don't know if I think it's the system, quite honestly, because I think I've had yet another video about this where I went down to that clinic and the receptionist told me a little bit more about what was going on. So I think it's the system where they don't take phone calls. That's why I went down there. It's like I used to be able to call, and it went back to this big rotating system. That's what I'm saying. That's how I was able to just walk in there one day. And was like, let me just talk to somebody because I keep calling the what I thought was the clinic, which it is the clinic, but the clinic is an outskirt of the hospital, right? And what they ended up doing was rerouting all the numbers back to the main hospital, and then you're just in an endless robotic loop of robocall, right? Yeah. And that's why I went to the clinic that time by myself without my brother. And I did talk to somebody and I asked all those questions. I was like, sometimes you got to just go in there and be just like, I need to know, like, what's going on? Like, how can I get help for my loved one? Because, yeah. So, yeah, so it looks like they've even rerouted the email system too through that system. So I can't even email that doctor anymore. That's the reason why I'm like, maybe I just need to go ahead and find another doctor for him. And so I've tried to, this other person is an internist, an internal medicine doctor, and hope that they can, continue his prescription or give us a referral to a psychiatrist or somebody that's a little bit more understanding. I'm going to try to reach out to the other organization again. Now that I've seen more of his records, I can let them know, like, hey, this is what's happened in the last few weeks. I've got him on anti-anxiety medication. I found some, like, CT scans and things like that. And see, will they still, like, receive him, take him, or work with him or something. And this is definitely where it gets hard, where it's like now I still also have to review his medical insurance because I'm scared of this whatever with the government's going on where they're like, flim-flamming people with their with their medicine and with their care and all this other stuff. It's like I got to be on top of it. He has to have this medicine. Like seriously. He he can't work. So, a lot of people who are probably going to get kicked off of a lot of the public assistance and stuff, he literally cannot string two sentences together that make sense. Okay? I can understand him because I'm around him a lot. I understand what he's trying to say. Um, that's the reason why I need to be in those doctor's appointments with him. Oh, goodness. All right. So yeah, so that's where I am right now. I just wanted to give y'all an update. It's like, things are kind of okay. Like I said, I was able to get him his shot. He's a week into it tomorrow. And I still need to get like a regular prescription. And that's the thing. It's like because of the medication that he's taking, like a regular medical doctor can't always prescribe it or can't prescribe it, right? And then even with the telemedicine, they keep saying like, oh, he needs to be seen by like in person. I'm like, well, who, where, okay? And I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Like there is what is called parity laws. And I was telling my coworker this morning, where, there are doctors out there that are not taking Medicare, Medicaid, even though they're supposed to. Like they'll say things like on the website, and I've gone through that too, where it says clearly on the website that that's what they're taking. But when I call them on the phone or email them, they're like, no, we're not taking that. I'm like, I see what's going on here. I see what's happening here. So, I don't know. I mean, I just keep going. I just keep looking for more solutions. Ask all the right questions. That's all you really can do, in these situations. And like I said, he is showing some improvement. So it's not like I just don't want to lose all that we've gained so far. Okay. And oh yeah, so this was a birthday present from again my coworker. This is a Uno card. Uno reverse. Reverse the worst, honey. Mhm. They probably do. They probably do a percentage, and that makes sense. I understand that, but they also need to, let people know. I guess that's how they're letting people know. Like, no, we're not taking you. But don't refer me to those. See, that's the other thing. All right, with that, I got my dark crystals on. Yeah, new moon is coming. I gotta, stay prayed up and whatnot. Yep. Protection and reverse the worst. Always. Okay. And I do have a new YouTube channel, but I don't want to talk about it right now because I'm trying to like really do some research and do some like teachery videos around it. So maybe you'll see it. With that, I want to say take care. And I did cut my nails. There we go. New moon coming. Might cut my hair too. New moon. Take care.